Well, my first symptom was optic neuritis.
It started off with double vision in my left eye.
I woke up one morning with double vision.
I'd lost about half of my vision in my right eye.
I had double vision for a while, about 4 weeks.
I'd lose vision in one of my eyes. But I thought, you know, I've got a spare. Who cares?
It wasn't until late October 2012 that I had my first optic neuritis session where I couldn't see some little spot in my eye, and then triple vision. And then I had pins and needles in my cheek and my shoulder was really hurting. So I was going to the GP about that, and then my legs went numb, and then my fingers went numb, and then I started getting vertigo. And all this time I'm going to the doctor and the GP and getting an MRI scan.
I was just at work and literally double everything. So I went to the doctors. And he said it's a nerve problem, that I needed an MRI scan of my brain.
The first symptom I had was numbness in my tongue, shortly followed by the left side of my face, and then around 10 minutes later, the whole of the left side of my body.
I found the onset of my MS was quite sudden. I went to sleep one night fine, and pretty much woke up the next day with it. I just had pins and needles in my right arm. And like most people, I assumed, okay, I've slept on this funny, and it will go away. The pins and needles started spreading into my leg, and I thought, okay, I need to get this sorted out and looked at.
I managed to wet myself in my sleep round at my girlfriend's house, something I've not done since I was 4. Okay, 17. And then later on I'd lose the feeling in both legs, and I get sent to see a neuro, and he tells me it could be MS.
I had a bit of pain in my lower back and my legs that I wasn't used to, but I went to see the neurologist and he sent me for an MRI and lumbar puncture. I also received 3 days of steroids, IV steroids, and I received my final diagnosis in April 2010, so it really wasn't that long from first symptom to diagnosis.
And then I went for a lumbar puncture, and they confirmed from that that I had multiple sclerosis.
And then about a month later, I went to outpatients neurology and was diagnosed with MS.
Oh, he was right. I did have MS.
At 15 years old, I was officially diagnosed with MS.
Was it my fault? Was it something I did or ate or sniffed or smoked or licked or drank or where I was at? And the answer was no, it's not something that you did to yourself. And then quickly after, my second question was it something I didn't do? Didn't I get enough sun, or didn't get enough vitamins or the right food or stuff like that? And the answer again was no. So I was okay with not actually doing it to myself, and then I could deal with what I could do to get over it.
My main questions were, you know, how is this going to affect my life? Where do I go from here? Would I be in pain all the time? Would I need a wheelchair? Would I need anything like that? Because the only experiences I had had with MS were older people that were much more severe than I was.
It's pretty much the same question most people ask. So, MS, what's that mean? What's that? You kind of wish you don't ask, because you just get given this big list of everything MS does and everything it can do, everything it might do, and you think, okay, thanks for that.
I was quite naive during that time, which I'm glad about. I'm glad I was quite naive when I was first diagnosed and didn't want to ask too many questions, because in the long run I got to learn about the disease slowly and it wasn't all like piled on me all at once.
My first questions, I suppose, were what are the chances that I could become sort of worst case scenario, if you like.
I asked lots of questions to get over my uncertainty, so that the answers mean that I'm not uncertain anymore.